moving.
Will any of these teams make it to Shaka's power rankings, though?
Well, there's no Sweden and there's no Greece, there's no Panama, no Dominican Republic. France is still 1, Spain 2, England at 3, teetering. Argentina, I'm not.
Why are these teams where they are?
I think the top 4 are the 4 favourites, understandably. I think France and Spain are the best 2 teams in the world. I've picked France to win it, so they're number 1. England, Argentina. England, I'm teetering a little bit after seeing Tuchel's squad. Argentina, I have concerns about, but I could say that about everybody else. I think Portugal will provide an incredible threat, as will Norway.
Norway above Brazil?
Norway above Brazil. Brazil weren't great in World Cup qualifying. They came better later on once Ancelotti was involved.
You've literally just chopped Colombia in there, haven't you?
No, Colombia finished 3rd in CONMEBOL, but Copa America finalists, so I think they're deservingly where they are. I can't remember who 9 and 10 are.
Dutch.
Morocco.
And Morocco. The Dutch and Morocco.
Good job. Someone's taking notice tonight.
Well, it's a lot of data for me to process. And
to be honest with you, your phone ran off the hook. Your phone was ringing off the hook 20 minutes before the show started.
Yeah.
We were hunting you down for your power rankings.
It's a lot that goes into the rankings.
There was a lot going into your mouth at the time. That's what it was like. Sandwiches and crisps, and there was a power rankings to be done.
There's a lot that goes in. That's all I've got to say.
It's the fuel for the brain
exactly.
power.
This is hungry work. This is.
The World Cup's not that long away.
A week away.
You need to up your game.
Sorry, Frank, but it's the Xhaka curse. He said that France are going to win it, number 1 in the power rankings.
Hold on, 4 years ago I picked Argentina to win it.
Hang on.
Answer the question, Frank.
Did you initially, though? Did you change your mind after the group stages?
That don't count.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's what I thought. He changed his mind, so I'm a little bit worried, about that. But I'm pleased that he really think that France can be the favourites. I share the spot with Spain, but I'm very surprised that he put England 3rd and only Portugal 5th. According to what I saw from Portugal and the players that they have, I think they deserve the 3rd spot. But overall, I'm not surprised and disappointed about Xhaka's power ranking. I like it, Xhaka. I'm with you. I'm with you. But if France doesn't win, I will say that it's because of you we didn't win.
What? How I can blame you already?
You put in England 3rd after you saw Thomas Tuchel's squad. Jordan Henderson.
I'm sticking with England as 3rd. I'm sticking with.
Okay.
Did you do some investments about it or what?
Next week.
What's that?
Nothing.
Next
nothing
week. We told you it would be international teams.
That's right. Yes, that's right. That's right.
All through the World Cup. We still forgot to do them. Make sure to join the latest edition of Extra Time over on our YouTube channel, where the guys will answer your questions. The World Cup group for Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia and Uruguay. And Alex is still with us to talk a little bit more about the expectations here and what concerns there could be for Spain, because obviously they are one of the favourites, but being on the ground there in Spain, I wonder what you're hearing about maybe potential concerns with this team.
Yeah, every question to Coach Luis de la Fuente, the first one in every press conference, is about the injured players, the recovering players, about Lamine Yamal, about Mikel Merino, and the players that about Nico Williams as well, the players that aren't fully fit. He keeps insisting they will be fit for the first game. He always caveats that by saying they might not start the first game of the World Cup, but he says they will be fit, they will be available at least to play. The friendly with Iraq, was a funny one because a lot of the players that actually were involved aren't going to the World Cup with Spain. They've had this group of young support players, they call them here, with the squad to help in training, to make up the numbers, to help with that process. A lot of them played tonight. Players like Gonzalo Garcia of Real Madrid, Marc Bernal of Barcelona, they were involved tonight. They're not going to the World Cup, which is slightly strange. It makes it feel like it was almost sort of a prize, a reward for them kind of being part of this training camp, but I'm not sure how beneficial it is to the country. So it's the final one. I should say, Kate, as well, Florentino's still speaking on TV here, and he was just saying that on Tuesday, he said he will make what will be a club record bid for a player, around 150 million euros, he said. At least at that point, he hadn't said a name. And of course, it just happens that on Tuesday is after the election campaign has finished. So by then, either he will have been elected president or not. So let's see.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland.
Today, Erling Haaland, obviously, of course.
No, to go back to the Spain scenario, look, you've got these injured players, Lamine Yamal being the sort of biggest star who, you know, how fit he's going to be at the World Cup remains to be seen. But when you're a Spain or a France or one of the stronger teams, particularly now with the way this World Cup is with 48 teams, there's a lot of weak teams. You're going to hear me say that a lot during this World Cup. So there is a pressure, of course there's a pressure, you don't want to sort of potential banana skin, slip up and you're out. It's happened before. I think it's unlikely, so Spain could probably bed their players in, don't have to rush the injured ones as much, and almost look ahead to the knockout games come early July, and maybe just give some of these players some game time, you know, half here, 20 minutes here. So Spain are in that position that they're strong enough, and with the teams that they're going to play, that they can do that. So there's not a pressure so much to get these players ready for match day 1 or maybe even match day 2 because of the scenario of how many teams and how strong Spain are. So they're in a pretty solid position in that respect.
Friendly, as we remind you of their group, it's Senegal, Iraq and Norway that join them in Group I. Frank LeBoeuf is joining us.
That's not a group to take lightly.
No, it's not.
It is not.
Particularly with...
No, it is not.
Are you trying to scare Frank?
No, Norway, for example, and Senegal. Senegal, what, this FIFA ranked 16th, something like that. You know, they're a decent side, but that's not a simplistic group for France. And, you know, if I was Frank LeBoeuf, I would be slightly concerned, I think.
Frank?
Really.
Well, I could say I don't care, you know, it's a friendly game, blah, blah, blah. And France didn't play with their all big stars and like Dembele, Doué, for example. Saliba was also is a little bit injured. So I'm not that worried. But, you know, it reminds me of the World Cup that we played in 2002 where everybody was very optimistic about because we had a fantastic forward line with Anelka, Trezeguet and Thierry Henry. And, well, they didn't score 1 goal during the World Cup. And the last game we played, or almost the last game we played, the game before the last we played before the World Cup started was against Belgium at home, and we lost, you know what, 2-1. So I don't want to say it's a kind of a curse or put a curse on the team, but it's not a good thing. It's never good for the confidence, but to judge the national team after that game would be harsh, I would say. And they are preparing. They had a very strong week where they worked hard physically, so they were quite tired. They had 10 changes in the second half. It's when Ivory Coast got better. So I don't want to make any statement. It's not good because for the confidence, it's never a good thing to lose. But I'm not that worried. Let's see how it works.
I don't think France will be in any great danger, but it's certainly looking at the group. It's not one you could have a couple of off. Of course, look, a lot of the third-place teams are going to go through. I think Stevie's been saying, well, Scotland could, you know, teams could go through with 3 points. I think that's what Stevie's hanging on to with Scotland. Yeah. So you could go through with 3 points. Potentially. So, I mean, there's really very little danger of France going out of this thing at all. All I'm saying is it's not a group